Thank you very much. Now I have a quick question. The first one on RMG, GSP plus trade preference for Bangladesh. How European Union will think about GSP plus facilities for Bangladesh based on this? Because as far as I know that they evaluate so many issues, the trade scenario, the labor rights, democratic issues, human rights issues. So, what is your take on GSP Plus preference for Bangladesh?
Yes, again, I can recall something which I remember from my work with Bangladesh, which was a very sad case, the Rana Plaza disaster.
Yeah, right.
When many people were buried by a collapsing factory building, and it was also learned that some of the workers wanted to give voice to their concerns. It was not possible. So, for example, when you experience something like that, you have to ensure that such conditions do not prevail in the industry, and the owners of the corporations, they ensure that the health and safety of the working people is guaranteed. And then that sometimes requires a change in the labor law. Sometimes it also helps if there is a trade union and there's an opportunity to negotiate about the working conditions. So certain types of requirements can be made also in the context of trade deals, trade agreements. And in a way, both sides would need to see that an economic cooperation leads to progress, and it's a win-win game, right? So the trade, international trade, is not supposed to foster exploitation in the developing countries. It needs to foster investment and ideally growing wages and improving working conditions. So I'm in favor of that type of conditionality. Otherwise, I think people in Europe are happy customers of Bangladeshi products, and I think most Europeans would not mind paying a little bit more if it guarantees that the social and the environmental standards in Bangladesh continue to improve.
Thank you very much. Now, one quick question about Indo-Pacific strategy. As you know, it is very crucial thing right now that is pursuing by the United States. And so, let me ask about these issues. What does the European Union see for itself in the Indo-Pacific strategy alongside with the USA?
Well, exactly. I mean, I suppose this is also a territory of a tremendous change and transformation, because you can say that the Indo-Pacific region is distant from Europe, but at the same time, with many countries, starting with China, but also Vietnam, but also Thailand, Malaysia, there has been a lot of cooperation, let alone a kind of privileged relationship with Japan, and if you look at these relations, East Asia is not even distant from Europe. There are so many links. But the question is, to what extent this should be an economic relationship or a more broader, strategic cooperation, which also pays attention to the security issues. I think many Europeans are sensitive to human rights. A lot of the Europeans look into questions of China, questions of Taiwan through the lens of peace, democracy, and the human rights, and would like to see developments in this field. Nevertheless, because China is so big, India is also very big, there's also a lot of pragmatism in this relation. So somehow this balance between commitment to improvement on the one hand, and pragmatic cooperation on the other hand, needs to be found.